What's up, bitches?
Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. You know, maybe we can just explore a little bit, get a little closer together. What do you say? Still not. We're not. We're a little too high. So you guys know, you guys might know this is my four-wheeler that I use here on the farm. It's not really mine, but I treat it like it is mine. If it breaks, I fix it all the time. I have replaced. Well, I did the oil change. I did the air filter. I did the starter. It needed a new starter. I don't think it needed a new starter, but I also put a new battery in it. That was also an issue. And the hardest thing that I have replaced on this thing was the carburetor. I put a new carburetor in it. Just an aftermarket carburetor. One problem that we're having with this four-wheeler is that it's burning through spark plugs all the time. And I was talking to the guy at the auto shop. I'm not mechanically inclined. I can cut a piece of wood any which way you want, piece of metal any which way you want. But when it comes to engines, I can fix a carburetor, I can change, a starter, I can do your brake pads. That's about it. I probably can do a lot more, but I'm just not confident in doing them. One channel that I watch all the time is Andrew Camerata. I'll link his channel down below. Probably one of my favorite channels. He doesn't post that often, probably twice or maybe 3 times a month. And he's an excavator type guy, but he fixes everything. If it's broken, he'll fix it. And he will take forever to fix different things on his machinery. And it's interesting to watch, and it's also inspiring. A lot of you guys say that I inspire you to do stuff. I don't know how. That, I guess, is something that happens. Yeah, so you guys say that I inspire you to do stuff, but he inspires me to try to fix things more often. So that's one reason why I've done all those different projects to this four-wheeler. So the spark plugs are burning out. The guy asked me if I had a hole in my muffler, and I was like, yeah, how'd you know? He's like, well, I guess maybe because of the air flowing out, it's causing things, and it's running too hot, and it's burning the spark plug up. Don't know if any of that's factual, but basically, I need to either fix the muffler or replace the muffler. New muffler is $200. Pretty much everything that I've replaced on this, I paid for, but the muffler with $200, that was a little bit too much. I could take the old one off and weld it, but I talked to my landlord and we ordered the replacement muffler. I think this is aftermarket. Looks very pretty. I'm gonna replace this. I got about an hour of sunlight, so this video will probably end up in the dark. Oh, I'm gonna kick myself in the ass for saying this, but this, to me, looking at it, is a very easy fix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 bolts, 3 different size bolts, so I need 3 sockets and a fucking tool that does the thing. The other day I sprayed everything down with some PB blaster, some penetrating lube, just to kind of help break free the issues that could arise. This socket set I bought a long time ago, and I'm telling you, got my money's worth. We're gonna go with, well, that's standard. It's a Honda. Doesn't make sense to me either, but you know what? We're gonna get the thing and we're gonna it off. So the first bolts I'm gonna loosen are the ones that connect to the motor. I don't want to undo these bolts and then it to pivot and damage the head. Oh, well, clearly I don't think that was supposed to come out. That was supposed to stay in, and but that's so rusty, it just didn't come out. Probably one of the best things that I bought to go with this socket set are these attachments that you can connect into an impact. You can get them on Amazon for like a couple bucks. They weren't expensive at all. So I got this heat shield. Pop goes the weasel. Dropped one. Now we're gonna go to the back end, and I'm gonna come into the back end of it and get the nuts off. That is honestly what I'm gonna do. It's like, it's facts. I'm speaking facts. I hate to admit this, but I'm allergic to grass. Like, I hate people that are, I'm allergic to air. I'm allergic to everything. I have a gluten intolerance. I am dairy. Okay, I'm allergic to that shit too. I just still eat it. I just shit my brains out 10 minutes later. Like, what's the big deal? I'm clean. Use some wet wipes. You're all set. Good. I think that was all the bolts. So on the end of the muffler is this cup right here, and it looks like that cup goes inside of the engine. And I know there's a copper ring on there because I ordered that too. Probably lost it. Oh, I'm itchy. I'm itchy. I touched the grass. I told you, Daniel, don't touch the grass. I'm willing to bet that you have to take the fender off. I think if I take that off, I can lift this up and get it in. That is my theory. Got it. So here's the holes. I got a hole there and a hole there. And now that I see this, there's no reason why I couldn't cut a piece of sheet metal, bang it on there, and then weld around it. I could maybe even try tacking that a couple times. Same thing with this. No reason why I couldn't repair this. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. All right. So this is a copper ring. When you buy something on Amazon, which most of you probably know, there's always like people who bought this. So I would assume that this is, I didn't read anything on it. I didn't look at it. I was just like, it's $5, let me just get it. But I believe it's a compression ring, or I would go with like a gasket that goes in between the motor and the muffler. This wasn't installed before, so I don't know if it's needed, but since I bought it, I'm gonna just stick it in that hole. I'm gonna put some of the bolts on so it's in the right spot. I'm not gonna tighten them down. Sounds so much nicer. So I was going to also replace the spark plug, but this morning when I went to get into it, it wouldn't start, so I had to replace it to get it actually out of the barn and over here to work on it. So the spark plug is brand new, maybe 5 minutes of it running on the old muffler. It should be good for a couple months, years. I don't know how long spark plugs last, but that's nice. It's hot. Don't touch it ever again, Dan. Now going back to this socket set, I treat this socket set probably better than any socket set that I treated in my whole life, or basically any tool. Anytime I use it, I make sure that everything goes back in its correct spot, and it's been able to stay a full, complete set for almost 2 years now. When I was younger, I used to buy cheap sets all the time. When I finally spent some money on one, which was $200, I mean, it's a Husky brand. It's not like Snap-on or something nice, but it does the job that I needed to do, and I make sure everything always goes back into the correct location so that when I need something, it's always there. I used to always just dump everything into a bucket and then just sift through the bucket. This makes you so much more efficient, having a nice, good set of ratchets, wrenches, Allen wrenches, and all of those different things. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's totally different than other videos that I've made. Definitely wanted to give Andrew Camerata a little shout out, because he has inspired me to do a lot of things that I'm not usually willing to do or feel comfortable doing. Pretty much everything mechanical is put together with nuts and bolts, and you just got to remember, you got to take it apart and then get the part that is broken and remember how to put it together. I fix tools and stuff, I fix other things. Why can't I do that on these things? So it's stuff that you can do. At one point when I was trying to take the muffler off, I almost wanted to go watch a YouTube video on how did they do it. But I sat there, had a couple sips of my cocktail, stared at it, and figured it out. So it's good to go. I'm happy. That was an expensive project. I didn't pay for it, but $200. As far as this old muffler, you know what? I think I am going to sandblast it maybe. or at least grind it, make it nice and pretty. I'm gonna patch these holes on it, and I'll put it up on eBay for $100. Because this is a $200 muffler, 100 bucks. That's a good deal. Take it or leave it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it hopefully it was done a little bit differently because I just want to test out my new computer video editing software and the processor on the computer. So if there was some noises, that was just to test the computer out to make sure it's up to my standards because I got 1 month with it before I can lose the refund possibilities. Okay, again, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all those good things, and I'll see you on the next video. Bean, come here.
Hi, love. I'm very skeptical of you. No, not trusting you one penny.
Come here, love. Come here.
No, I know you. You're like, I'm gonna give you a bath. It'll be enjoyable.
Come on, Bean. Come here. Come here, love. Just come here.
I didn't know.
Uh-oh.
Shit, it's the cops. Run!
Peanut, don't run from the cops. Okay, Peanut, we're gonna go skunk hunting. Is it bad that I like the way you smell? You smell like a skunk.
Yeah, I smell A1, bitch. A1.
Okay, Peanut. Oh, you know what? Before we end this video completely, Peanut does have a channel on YouTube. It's got 100 subscribers somehow. I talked about it in one video about 2 years ago. And yeah, 100 of you decided to click on it. But I might, you know, these little clips that I put Peanut in the video with Peanut's voice in it, I might take those like 30-second, minute videos and put them on just her channel. Peanuts will obviously not be PG, kid-friendly. It'll be Peanut talking.
What, am I inappropriating?
Yes, you is. You're a vulgar little bitches.
I'm a bitch.
That's right, love. Those will be over on her channel if you want to check it out, if that does happen. Not sure yet. We'll see. This new computer that I haven't gotten to play with yet is a big factor in the decision making on that. And there will be no regular upload on that. It'll be random. Okay, thank you. You look like shit, Dan. What happened? Yeah, it was 6 months of vacation. Drinking. I'm going to get back to that picture frame, which you've probably already seen. I just got bored making it.